has to do with telepathy and your spiritual connection to your partner. So when you're not waiting for him to make that first move to lead and protect, then you're taking on his role and you're not doing it properly. So when you talk about wanting a man with status and money, are you prepared to have security with you? Are you prepared to be in prestigious areas and prestigious places and getting, patted down at times? Because, oh, everybody wants a high value man, right? Everybody wants that. Do you know what comes with being with a high value man? You can't just be pretty. You can be a 10 all you want to be. But if you don't know how to clean your house, if you don't know how to cook, if you don't know how to take care of children, which is what women are for, your looks go straight to the trash. Straight to the trash. Oh, and don't already have a kid going into a relationship. Oh my gosh. Of course, it's okay to have kids and go into a new marriage and relationship. But you have to be ready for whatever that man has to say about raising your kids in his house. You got to be ready for it. So me personally, that's one thing I have to work on a lot with my son, and he's doing a great job. My son is doing a fantastic job with these new, ways of living. This brings back too many negative flashbacks. I'll be back on another topic, peace reflections. Yeah, yo, it be like that. And I feel that I appreciate your honesty, because a lot of people, see, he just said that he needs to do shadow work. That's what he just said. Hi, Ash. He just said that he needs to do shadow work. And it's that real for people. It is that real for people. We can't even have healthy relationships for real, because it brings back, oh no, my childhood, or oh no, my previous relationship, or oh no, my grandparents, oh no, my auntie and uncle. Cook, yes. I'm gonna have to rewatch this. Buffering bad. Is buffering? Dang, not them messing with it. Because everything looks fine on my end. So hopefully, your connection is good, because everything's fine over here. But you know, you good over here? Okay. So yeah, it's her connection. Just like try to leave and come back. But yeah. So when it comes to my son and everything, I had to realize that I'm not around, the type of man that I want my son to be. And that's not to take anything away from, the men that I am around, my family members, different people who influenced me and everything. It's just the man that the type of man I would like to be with. Okay, yeah, it was definitely her connection. So hopefully she leaves and comes back. The type of man that I want to be with needs for the younger masculine to reflect him. Maybe it's my phone. I am a guy. Okay. Yeah, just leave and come back. Like completely go off of YouTube, close the app, and then come back to YouTube. And so I have to make sure that my son respects me to the fullest extent. And I didn't know that my son didn't respect me truly. I didn't know that. And I don't even think he knew that either. Because the way that, things have been going throughout his childhood, he doesn't have his father around all the time. His father decided to move out of the city, and so he doesn't see him all the time. When he was a newborn, everything was cool. But as soon as he decided to, do what he wanted to do in life, his new life was more important than his child at that point. One should love themselves fully before trying to love someone else. Communication and understanding is everything. Also, having the same beliefs, give each other space, and know we are all human. Now, we're not all human, but we are all people. There's a difference between human beings and gods and goddesses, but I get what you mean. I understand you. We are all people. We all are here in this flesh, in this matrix. Like, we're all physically here. I get what you mean. And so, I'm learning how to, of course, get that respect from my son properly, and he's learning how to give me that respect. And I also have to really set boundaries with my influences, those who are around me and my son the most. I have to set those boundaries, like, look, don't be doing that around my son. Look, don't do that for my son. Look, don't do that with my son. I have to be more vocal and active about that. Even last night, right? You getting some more water?
Yes.
Okay. Even last night, right? I had my son carrying his own bags. He has his toy bag and his clothing bag. I had him carrying his own bags when we were at the bus stations. We didn't even get in the house. My mom's carrying his bags for him. You know, it's little stuff like that that makes the whole difference. Why is so much being done for a young man? Like, he's 4 years old, but he's a big 4 year old. Married 20 years. It's a forever journey, which is beautiful. Most men just don't know how to lead. I'm just figuring it out. Yeah, see, this message is for the women. You know, this is for the wife part of things. When it comes to men, you know, men, a lot of men do need to get it together. This message is for the women, though. Simply because a lot of men are finna get it together and a lot of women are about to be ready for them. And so I'm just hoping to spread the word and get this message out more. And so that's with me personally with my situation. I have to instill that more masculine energy within my son. Now, I never wanted to embody both the masculine and feminine in front of my child simply because he is a god and I want him to see me as a goddess. And so I'm learning to balance that. How do I instill masculinity within him without becoming too masculine myself? So that's what I'm learning about. And the environment I was in, he was able to see more masculine actions being taken, which I do appreciate. Having a masculine figure that actually is masculine. It's not just a man. Because here's the thing, a lot of men are men, but they're not masculine. They're very, very feminine and soft in their ways. And that's really all I'm around. I'm around a lot of soft men. So, you know, it's not that we won't get gangster on you, but you have literally gay men, you have transgender men to women who are gangsters too. So that's not what I mean. I am saying embodying that masculine energy. But that's for my son though. So that's another thing. How are you raising your children? If you're single, you don't have kids, okay. You know, it's going to be a little easier once you get with that divine masculine counterpart. You guys get to raise your child together. But if you already have children, you're a single woman, you have children, and you are bringing children into a relationship, how are you raising your children? You know, that's one thing about me. I've been very stern about how my child is influenced. So even though I don't have that masculine part of it, I don't, everything else, no, my son's going to eat healthy. You know, it was very interesting to me. I was on Instagram Live one time and somebody heard my son in the background say, "Mommy, can I have an apple or something?" And somebody on the live was like, "Man, I wish my kids liked fruit." You wish your kids liked fruit? That was one that really just like hit me hard. And I think I asked about it. They were like, "Yeah, the goddess my kids are with, you know, I have my children with, she doesn't really, you know, push health and stuff like that." I'm like, "See, you got to be careful who you have your kids with." Peace, King. You got to be careful. You got to be careful who you have your kids with. I make sure my child is healthy. I have never cut my son's hair. Even though people have been trying to, like, that's the thing. You gotta learn how to ignore all these influences. People have been trying to get me to cut my son's hair for the longest. No, I'm not cutting my son's hair. When he's 5 years old, I'll let him make that decision. And I don't think he's gonna want to cut his hair either. I want to lock it. I think he'll look really, really good with locks. But even if he decides not to do that, I'm just gonna have him be like, you know, I'm gonna be teaching him how to do his own hair. You know, instead of me doing it all the time. By the time he turns 5, he's gonna be able to do his own hair. So that knows how to read and he knows how to do basic math. Yes, exactly. Yes. Those are the skills I'm instilling in my child on my own. I'm not letting anybody else, like, I'm very heavy on him not going to school. His father wants to put him in school because you know, he doesn't have that same homeschooling skill. I was homeschooled during high school and I helped my mom homeschool my younger sisters, you know, for certain things and stuff. I was helping like with certain questions and different activities and whatnot. So if he does go to school with his dad, that'll be on him. And it is what it is. I'm gonna already teach him what he already needs to know. And before that, like, he might actually have trouble in school because I will have him so accelerated that they're gonna have to debate whether they're gonna put him in advanced classes or not. Do you know about the 19 unlock your chakras? Not 19. I focus on the main 7 because I haven't mastered those yet. So, yeah. Once I master those, probably I'll get into the 19, but who knows. But yeah, when it comes to his education, I make sure my child is intellectual. He can have full-on conversations with grown adults. That's how I was as a kid. That's how he is. And he's educated. And my son's woke. Like, my son, he's able to recognize so much in the spiritual world. How old are you, if I may be so... Okay. I'm 23 years old. I'm going to be 24 next month. Yeah, the 19 chakras, I don't know about them. I know 7. The 19... Oh, you talking about the lunar eclipse? I know about the lunar eclipse. It's a blood moon. Peace, roast, and rage. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the 19th is the blood moon, lunar eclipse tomorrow. So that's... It's a big event. It is. And so moving on though. Do you watch Nature? I do not watch Nature Boy. I know of him. I know who he is. I just don't watch his content. And so that's when it comes to kids, right? I'm going to be teaching my child all about business. I'm going to be teaching him all about, like, my family comes from real estate and construction and investing. So I'm going to teach him how to invest. He gets excited when I show him my cryptocurrency and my stocks. He likes watching the numbers. They shifting? Yes, they're shifting. Everybody's shifting. Yes. And so that's what I want him to be raised in. Like, he knows he's aware. I let him play with my silver coins. Like, that's where we're at. I'm not finna have my son, I don't care where we live at. I don't care that we live in the hood. He's gonna have an abundance mindset. He's not going to understand poverty as his reality. Now, he will understand it from someone else's perspective. If someone else comes from poverty, he won't look down on them. Okay, I'm not gonna have him, being rich and being an asshole to poor people. No, that's what we not finna do, because I was a poor person. So that's what I want our women to understand about, like, raising children, right? What does that have to do with being submissive to a man? If you're not instilling those types of principles into your children, you're setting yourself up to be kicked out of the tribe because your child is disrespecting the head of the household. Okay? Do y'all know how many relationships have been broken up because the woman didn't know how to raise her children properly and the children started running over the man? And the man was like, no, I'm not finna be run over by children. If you don't unlock your chakras by tomorrow, you might get shifted. I mean, I'm already in a great place. So, I'm going to be shifted regardless. I'm not afraid of anything. Is that supposed to, like, be scary or something?